It's 5 a.m. and it's time to go, and of course my mom is gonna make me late, so we don't need to leave at 5. We needed to leave at 5:20, but I told her that because I knew she would make me late otherwise. Either way, it's an hour-long drive to the ECT clinic, so wish me luck. Well, it's time to go. Just waiting and waiting. I just finished my first treatment, and I don't feel the best. A little nauseated. It's a little hard to think. My jaw hurts. My head hurts a little bit. A little bit of aches and pains. All in all, I'd say it was fine. I survived the lightning round number 1, or my first DCT treatment. My hair still has the conductive gel in it, so I got a shower. I'll just leave it, whatever. I mean, I'm still gonna shower, but whatever. The morning of, I was a little nervous, so I didn't sleep at all, and I kept having nightmares about electrocuting my brain and not being able to think anymore. So that was a little... that was a little rough. Honestly, what ends up happening is, since I can't show you, I'll tell you. They start an IV on you because you're going to be under general anesthesia for it. They placed my IV, they brought me in there, they talked to me a little bit, let me know what was going to happen, put an oxygen mask on my face. The smell of plastic was perfection. I guess it's kind of hard to think. I'm struggling a little bit here, guys. I'm struggling. So they did that, then they started pushing the medication that I had to put me to sleep. I honestly don't know what I expected. I did have some jaw soreness, like especially on the right side. I mean, it still pretty painful. I have TMJ though, so like it always hurts, but to have it like, because I clench, they give you a paralytic. When you push stocks, it like completely paralyzes your entire body. But because the electrodes, like I had right unilateral, so they went over here. That explains why this side hurt worse than that side. This clenching, because the current still activated that nerve pathway that causes the muscles to clench. So I got a little rundown on what happened. Apparently it was difficult to get me to seize, but I take Lyrica, and I take a high dose of that. I take 600 milligrams a day, which is the maximum dose you can have. And that was part of the reason why I felt so crummy. I think afterwards and a little before too, as I was getting a little antsy and stuff, because I was going through withdrawals. Because they had me hold it 2 times. So I don't know how it's gonna manage to work when I'm doing this 3 days a week, but you know, whatever, we'll see. Convulsion lasted 28 seconds. The only convulsion that they see, because they give you that paralytic, like I said, is they put a blood pressure cuff around your ankle to prevent the paralytic from reaching your foot, so your foot will do the convulsions, so they can measure it that way. The EEG leads on my head that they placed measured that my seizure lasted 102 seconds. My postictal suppression was fair, which means the brainwaves quieted down like afterward, a normal sign of seizure completion, though mine wasn't perfect. And termination was unclear, which means the EEG wasn't sharply defined, which is apparently pretty common with mild or right unilateral ECT. So I was apparently pretty agitated after the fact, and I do remember the feeling of not being able to breathe because I had all kind of mucus and stuff in my throat, so I was trying to get their attention, but the paralytic was still actively in my body, so like I couldn't like move or twitch or anything very well, and I couldn't speak yet, so I just kind of moaned, and I think I like thrashed my head a little bit, and they gave me midazolam, which is a benzodiazepine, and that calmed me down, and then they suctioned out my throat, and then I was just like, oh, okay, and then I passed back out again. But it was a very uncomfortable feeling for a minute. And I made sure to tell the nurse that because, you know, I want that in my chart that, you know, it wasn't just post-ECT agitation or whatever. Like, there was actually, like, I felt like I couldn't get a good breath because I had all this, like, mucus and stuff that they had to clear out, and thankfully they did. All in all, as far as ECT goes, I was told between treatments 4 and 7 is when I'll notice the most cognitive difficulties and side effects. As of right now, I mean, it's a little difficult to think, but it's not out of the ordinary for me because when I get really depressed, it's hard for me to think anyway. So is this the depression? Is this the ECT? Who knows? But that's kind of where I'm at. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll update you on the next one.